What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my house. Yeah, I guess this is kind of like a new intro. I don't usually say welcome back to my house, but yeah. So we're chilling in my house. We've been here for about the last 7 days. I don't think I've left my house. Yeah, we're doing this lockdown thing. Yeah. Ooh, guys, real quick, if you're at home during this and just kind of staying in self-quarantine, all that stuff, there's something really fun and cool that you can do. You can go to YouTube, which you're already on, and Cars and Kyle, which is my channel, and you can hit that subscribe button. Just click that subscribe button, get subscribed. If you want to get notified anytime I post a video, click that notification bell. You can do personalized or all, and you can get notified anytime I post a video. That way, when you're home bored, you can just watch some YouTube videos. Now, the nice thing about having an electric car is my car is always full when I go out to drive. I may have gone out once to the grocery store, but that was, again, early last week. Things have gotten exponentially worse. I think there's now 21 states that have some sort of lockdown not a lockdown, a shelter in place or stay at home type orders. Maryland, I think, does have a stay at home type order. I don't think it's an official like lockdown, stay in your house, don't go out. There's no fines, but the point is, like, if you're not already, just stay at home. At this point, you really shouldn't even go to the grocery stores. If you can, use Instacart instead. It's just fewer people, fewer point of contacts, and well, it just makes it safer in general. So yeah, 21 states. I mean, honestly, they all should just come out at this point and say that. It's just gonna help stop the spread. Market's actually up today, so yeah, I have a giant CNBC going on, but we're actually up. Not showing Dow Industrials, but Dow's up over 1,400 points. We're up about 7%, a little over 7%. We were up more, but whatever. They've come out with some sort of stimulus package, so we'll see how that goes. But this could be a relief rally. We might keep falling. So Italy, I guess the death rates had fallen, but now they've risen yet again, and I think that could be for another couple days at the very least. So it is unfortunate. But in lighter news, Elon Musk has actually been doing things that he can to get N95, like respirator, the masks, and ventilators to hospitals or whoever needs them. So something very cool. On Twitter, you can see Elon and Medtronic. I guess they had excess ventilators over in China. Elon basically, I don't know if he bought them from Medtronic or worked with them and basically paid for the air shipping, but they had extra ventilators. So Elon either bought or paid for the shipping for 1,200 to be sent from China to the US to be used. I believe most of them were distributed to LA area hospitals that needed them. So that is awesome. And on top of that, I think Tesla and SpaceX, between the two, Elon has put together, I think, around 50,000 N95 masks to be donated to whoever needs them as well, hospital workers or whatever. So very cool stuff that they're doing. I know there's construction companies out there doing that, donating masks, so that is awesome. So going right along with that, there are a lot of non-essential companies that are closing, and well, some people are considered essential, still need to get to work, and still potentially need cars. Tesla is still doing car deliveries. If you saw my last video yesterday, I actually had a Tesla Ranger, which is like a mobile technician, come to my house and do work on my car in my garage. Didn't have to have any contact with them, no shaking of hands, nothing like that. They come work on my car, they leave, don't have to deal with anything. So Tesla is also doing no-touch car deliveries. And effectively what they're doing is they have like an isolated desk. They'll put out the paperwork with a new pen. Someone can come in, they can sign the paperwork, and then they're good to go. I mean, especially with these new cars, basically your phone is your key to the car, and you just go get in your car. I think the Tesla employees are telling people to watch like any Model Y or Model 3 videos online beforehand, so they get familiar with the user interface and how the car works. And then they can kind of talk at a distance at the dealer, but then the people go out to their car and they get in. If they have any problems, they said hit the hazard lights, that way they know to come out. But other than that, pretty much hands off and minimal interaction. Obviously, if you're touching the pen and signing papers, you can just wash your hands afterwards and you're good to go. So it's cool to see them taking these preventative measures and still be able to get people cars that may potentially need them. Going right along with that, EVgo, which is like a charging network, they make chargers. they are offering a 30% discount on, I guess, the amount that you pay to charge with their EVgo machines if you call them and you're considered an essential employee. So it's very cool that they're doing that. You just have to reach out by phone, and that way you can still charge when you're out and about. Granted, the beauty of, again, having a Tesla is that in my garage, I can charge my car to full and every single morning have 230 miles of range on my car, or 250 miles range if I go to 100%. But it is kind of a nice perk of having an electric vehicle. Don't have to go to the gas stations, don't have to touch any of those nasty gas pumps, the keypads, or anything like that. So very cool stuff. So Model Y. Speaking of the contactless delivery, people have gotten Model Y. Some people got them before this sort of blew up over the last couple weeks, but there have been some cool videos to come out. So someone, I think it was Derek, that YouTube channel, they disassembled the frunk, and there's a heat pump. And I think I've mentioned this, but Elon congratulated his team. He said it is some of the best engineering work he's seen, and they did a fantastic job. But this helps make the car have better range and is more efficient as far as heating the cabin without depleting as much range than all the other cars, because none of them have heat pumps, is my understanding. So this is very neat. In addition, there's these two videos. So I guess Model Y has an off-road mode, which effectively acts as like locking a differential for all four wheels. So that is very neat. And there's not yet a track mode like the Model 3 has, but if you put the car into dyno mode, as per this video here, you can see that the Model Y does some pretty cool drifts, which again is pretty awesome. Hopefully they'll bring a track mode to the Model Y Performance, but as of right now, it unfortunately doesn't have one. That's just a Model 3 perk. So we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe they'll add a track mode option to purchase, or acceleration boost like they've done with the Model 3 long range all-wheel drive cars that weren't performance cars. They did like a $2,000 acceleration boost, but they can really do a plethora of things with over-the-air software updates. So I'll be curious to see what Tesla does long term. So another interesting thing is apparently there was a Tesla truck, not Cybertruck, but like semi-truck, seen on a flatbed, extremely dirty, coming back from what is supposedly winter testing. So I don't know if these things are going to hit the road anytime soon, but it is still neat to see them. They're clearly out, they're clearly getting driven and used to do some testing. So when these things start coming out, it will be neat to see Tesla semis on the road, potentially delivering Tesla vehicles. Some non-Tesla stuff, there's a company called Cleveland Cycle Works, I believe is the name of the company. They have made this electric motorcycle. It looks like a cafe racer, but the battery you can actually swap out. It just kind of slides out of the top and you can put another one in. The range of this bike, I think, is going to be around 100 miles, does 85 miles an hour max. And well, I think it looks pretty cool. Granted, I do like the cafe style sort of naked street bike look, and so that's sort of what this is. Is a little pricey, $8,000 to $15,000. So $15,000 is for like the Black Founder series. It does come with an extra swappable battery, but you know, depending on what other bikes you're looking at, a Ducati, that kind of starts. Those can go $8,000 to $25,000, $30,000 for some of their bikes. But it is definitely on the higher end of things. But it is neat, and I'll be curious to see how these companies do overall. Haven't heard much about the Harley-Davidson Livewire recently, so I don't know how much that bike really took off. It is cool to see people coming out with these concepts. You can apparently like tune it down to sort of like a e-bike rather than a motorcycle kind of mode, so it will only go like 20 miles an hour, but then obviously, like I said, you can go up to 85 miles an hour, which is pretty neat as well. I would consider one of these. It would be fun to have, especially just for like daily commuting, but I don't know if I'd want to spend $8,000 to $15,000, let alone $30,000 for, I think is what the Livewire costs. Just doesn't quite seem worth it to me. Now, last but not least, Rivian, the other electric truck and SUV maker, apparently has put in patents for a seat designed to be comfortable for people that are carrying a gun. And this isn't just for like the average consumer. This is geared towards police forces. So I think they're hoping to potentially get large orders for police car fleets to use their SUVs or potentially their trucks and do that. So the highest range Rivians will have over a 400-mile range, which is ideal. However, they would be much more expensive than a normal police cruiser. I think that their more expensive cars will probably be well over $80,000. But again, we will have to wait and see because they have changed their price points over the years. But there are some neat pictures of the patent for the seats that they've put in. It seems like the back is sort of similar, but then if you were considering this to be like the seat, they effectively like cut out the seat like that. So the back is skinny here so that your gun, I guess if it's on your pants, can kind of stick to the sides of where you're sitting. And it doesn't really like push on your hips or anything like that. I don't know. But it is neat to see. Also, these renderings of the Rivian police SUV and truck look very, very cool. And it will be neat to see those. There were some I think cities in the US that have already implemented like Model 3s, Model S's into their police forces, even a Chevy Bolt. There's one of those in Maryland. I think I had it in one of my vlogs at like an electric day near me. So it is cool to see these police forces and electric cars being used in other services like this. I remember there was a big report on, I think it was a Model S that ran out of like battery during a police chase, but like that could happen to any car if they just ran out of gas. Granted, you can't fill up as fast, but still, I digress, and it will be neat to see more and more electric vehicles, especially Teslas and potentially Rivians in the future, coming to police forces near you, especially Cybertrucks. Those would be menacing to see. You see that thing pulling up behind you with its lights going? Anyways, I think that's gonna be it. This will be a quick one. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Stay healthy. Please just stay at home. Let's get through this, and hopefully we'll come out better than ever. And to all of the essential employees, thank you, and just be extra safe. So I think that's going to be it. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you want to get notified for any videos I post, especially now that most people are following the stay-at-home or lockdown orders, whatever you want to call them. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching.